Hey guys, today is self-improvement day 118. Uh, as you can see, I just woke up, so I missed an upload yesterday, but I mean, I guess I'll just like do an upload right now in the morning. Um, yeah, I was like super tired yesterday, so I kind of like, it's not that I forgot about it, it's like I remembered it, but then as I was doing my night routine, and then I would just like, okay, well, uh, I just kind of forgot about it in the end. So, I mean, it happens. So I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like today in the morning, I actually had a nightmare, and then I kind of woke up being like, I guess like fear of something, and then I remember I forgot about this. Like I'm not gonna say like this is the reason why um this is the reason why I have nightmares. I think I think maybe it could be part of the reason, but also maybe I'm just been stressing about stuff and worrying about stuff. I guess I'm also having like anxiety as well. But I guess I'll talk about anxiety and um no, a lot of people think anxiety is a bad thing, and I mean I think it is, or it's more complicated than that, I think, because I mean, in a way, anxiety kind of help us to do work. You know, sometimes um, anxiety is kind of like how whenever you see a problem or like you foresee a thing that might threaten you. Like let's say I'm like studying for an exam, and let's say the exam is coming up, and I haven't studied for like 2 3 days, and now I only have like 2 days to study, and then your anxiety is kind of like kicking in, right? And then you go to study. So anxiety in this example is something that helps you, right? Because without the anxiety, you're just gonna forget about the exam, and then you're just not gonna study for it. But then the anxiety is kind of like telling you, like, hey man, like you haven't studied for 2 days, you should study, right? So anxiety is kind of helping you. But like what happens in like today's day and age, because we have like phone, we have like so many distractions. Because back in the day, they don't have the distraction that we have. So what happens is they get anxiety, and then the anxiety is like kind of telling them that, oh, like bro, you should study, and then they're making them like anxious, and then they go to study, and then they study, they feel good, the anxiety goes away, and then they go for the exam, and then the AC exam. But what happens in like today's age is like you get anxiety. What happens? You go to your phone, you go to look for these distractions, and then you forget about the anxiety, right? Because you're like trying to cope with all these distractions, and then you kind of because you try to ignore this anxiety, and then when the test came, you failed, right? So yeah, so in this case, like anxiety is kind of like your friend. But I mean, obviously, there are times like that anxiety is it's like going like overboard, like you're feeling anxious where you shouldn't. So I think it's important when we feel anxious or anxiety about something, um, look at where it's coming from. If it's coming from a like let's say you have an exam, like think about that. Like usually like that's why like sometimes putting down your phone, getting like away from the distractions, go for a walk for like 20 minutes, and then like the answer will come up on itself, and then okay, I know where it's coming from. Is it logical for me to have this anxiety? Think about that, and then if it is yes, then work on it. Like if it's an exam, study for it. If it's something irrational, like anxiety, it's just like you don't know where it's coming from, and it's just like you feel like it's attacking you, then that is probably more into like the uh mental health territory. and it's not normal to feel that way, then it's probably an issue. Then you should probably talk to a professional about it. Now, just a disclaimer that my channel, like whatever I said, is not a direction of like, well, how do you say it? Like it's not coming from a professional. So if you have any of these problems, like go seek a professional. Like my content is just for um, entertainment and educational purposes. Yeah, I gotta do disclaimers now. I think. Okay, that's kind of crazy, but yeah. So this is just my thought about anxiety, and I think even my nightmare. Like I think it's coming from somewhere. Um, could be like not making this video, and also I think it's like about probably I'm just anxious about some of the things that I'm worried about, but maybe I'll talk about that in the future. Anyways, have a nice one. Yeah, peace.